think a lot about how you can show up and be better every day. You know, as a part of the journaling, as part of my kind of weekly routine of how is it that I'm growing and being better constantly. Learning by no means stops when you're outside of school. And there's so many different axes on which to grow outside of just education, which I think a lot of people focus on. But, you know, how you fill your time. I think a lot about my diet. I say diet in quotes here because when people say diet, they think about like what you're eating and what you're putting in your body. But your diet is, to me, everything you consume. It's what are you watching? What are you listening to? Who are around you? You're consuming things constantly. And what's around you, I think, just like your physical diet will change what your body is like, your environmental, like psychological diet will really change how you show up and you feel. So if you're, you know, watching a lot of TV or hanging around with people who are really negative, or, you know, there's all kinds of different inputs that might be there, it's going to change how you feel about yourself and actually how you show up, whether you can see it as clearly as gaining weight or losing weight or being muscular or not. That's all a part of who you are, how you show up, and it impacts your performance the same way a meal would. And I think that is something I think a lot about, is what has my diet been, basically? Who have I spent time with? And has this been something positive for me or negative for me?
Yeah, it's like catching up with someone for coffee and all they do is complain. At the end of it, an hour, they've just ripped your ear off about how bad their life is and all this complaining. And wow, then you meet someone who's gone through things that are, you know, 1,000 times the adversity, yet they're always looking for what's the gift in this and they're positive. You leave in a completely different headspace.
It's a completely different headspace. And so much of it is the framing of, it's the lens, right? What you're looking for. It's the, you know, when you buy a car and you see that car everywhere all of a sudden. That happened to me recently. And I was like, my God, there are a lot of white cars out here. But, you know, that's the same thing with life. If you're really going around and you're looking for something positive, if you're looking for signs that this is working out for you, you're going to see them. And I think when you go in and you think, you know, I'm not going to win today, or, you know, if you go in with a negative headspace, that's what you're going to see. And I think it's a snowball effect.